conference in the Philippines. It's about climate change. It was a biodiversity conference dealing with issues also, but it was interesting that I'm invited because I'm a social scientist and I didn't understand what I had to do with biodiversity, but they said, we're going to include everybody. The people too. I said, wow, I get to represent the people. And it's nice that we were talking earlier today about all sentient beings working together, looking after that and the decision making that happens. And this comes from the perspective of a guy who's sitting there watching the waters rising. He's an agriculturalist, looking at his livelihoods, looking how things are changing, and trying to figure out what to do. And it's kind of a call to action for us all to work together. I see the water start to rise. I feel it's getting worse each time. I know that I can't change what others did, so placing blame won't help me find a new way to survive. So we must see new options. We must treat what's exposed and weak. We must teach each other. Change before the change becomes too deep. Once we had many of us here. Now it seems there's less and less each year. Some have chosen to migrate, others met a different fate. And those who stayed don't want to live in fear. So we must see new options. We must free what's exposed and weak. We must teach each other. Change before change becomes too deep. Waters may be rising all around us, so the time is now for us to act. Get assessments of which we can find the best way we can treat them if we want to stay on this sustainagility track. You guys know the word sustainagility? Just check. We must see new options. We must treat what's exposed and weak. We must teach each other. Change before the change becomes too deep. Try to change our cultural vulnerability. Change before the change. Sustainagility. Thanks for letting me do this. Thank you very much.